Hey man, what to do YouTube? You should bring back in with that man. Video, you feel me? We is close to that gameplay. I'm probably gonna release this on Tuesday. We might get something either Tuesday, which is today for y'all, but for me it's Monday. Or you might get it on Thursday, we never know. But I'm gonna release this tomorrow. But Builder League, Bearded Sin. Let's get straight into it. I'm on the way to 3,000. Make sure I subscribe button, man. Come on, let's get to it, man. I'm excited, bro. Gameplay scene. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Let's get to it.
And you can expect
It's not, bro. This is white, man. They gonna make me watch both of them already? Maybe I should have did this. I should have did this early.
Oh, your boy Brutal, Sim on the scene, wicked and mean with a next video for y'all, man. So by now, you know we gotta start the video off the right way. So if you're in the comment section and type first, second, third, know the gang of Brew Squad, I gotta put y'all up there just to show y'all some love, man. Much love, much respect. So NBA 2K26 builder system leaks are pretty much flooding the 2K community right now. And these ain't your regular leaks, by the way, y'all. We're talking about no more height restrictions, expanded animation access for multiple heights that we never seen before, and potentially the most game-changing builder we've seen in years. Now, if this holds up, 2K26 could actually return the true, or could be the return of the true demigod. And I ain't just saying this for clickbait purposes, believe it or not, right? Let's lock in and break all this down, and let's talk about what this means for the future of 2K and NBA 2K26 in general. All right, so here what's being reported across the community right now. Multiple reliable sources, like those who've attended Community Day in the past few years and have developer level connections, are actually saying the builder system in NBA 2K26 is getting a massive overhaul. The biggest bombshell is height no longer limits animations. Yeah, I'm not even making that up, y'all. I'm talking about if you're 6'7", 6'8", or 6'9", you could still have access to elite dribble packaging, fast jump shot bases, and contact dunk animations that we never had before. For example, I remember Uncle Demi in one of his most recent videos was saying that 6'6" builds will now have access to standing contact dunks. We haven't seen that in years. I'm talking about animations that was.
I'm gonna cut in, bro. I'm gonna cut in. Let me cut in real quick, bro. Let me cut in real quick. My opinion on that, if it's true, we don't know yet. It's elite. Take leaks with a grain of salt. You feel me? But I'm cool with that. Height restrictions move. I'm cool with that. What height restrictions do, and people don't notice it, it causes types of builds, especially with animations. It definitely causes types of builds. Like for the past 2 years, this was leaning more on the end of 24. But if y'all remember the high, midi, low 3 ball, because you still get the same badges. Yeah, can we stop doing that? And you need, for example, you already know, you need this three ball for this jump shot. Right, take that out the game. Like I said, it causes for the same type of builds. You know what I'm saying? Like this year I had my 6'8". 6'8" had a 93 cat breaker. Yeah, cat breaker. I had a 93 mid range with an 83 3 ball. Right. So me knowing that, I got all the animations. You know what I'm saying? Cut that out, bro. Let us create any build we want, have any jump shot animation we want. Now the only height, not even height restriction. The only restriction I do want is on ball handle. It's on ball handle. And the reason is, if it was 2K15, y'all knew niggas cannot handle 2K15 shit. I promise y'all. Man, this 17 over here dribbling, man. What the fuck? Y'all can't handle that. So we not even. I don't even want to go that way because I know how y'all gonna get, and y'all gonna start bitching and complaining, and then they gonna do some tweet. They gonna do some tweet. All right, we gonna fix it, bro. Since y'all bitching so much, yeah. But height restrictions move. Hopefully. I don't want, like I said, I don't want nothing tied to jump shots. Grades on jump shots, speed grades on jump shots, attribute requirement and a height requirement, bro. I seen tall players. I seen like seven footers have smooth ass, you know what I'm saying, smooth ass yumpers, my nigga. Anybody can have a smooth ass yumper, no height, and that shit can be fast. So there should be no reason that a video game have all these types of restrictions that limits the player that we actually trying to create. You know what I'm saying? It's our player at the end of the day. Jump shots is just a cosmetics. Like he said with the sixes having standing contact dunks, I am cool with that shit because it makes the game more fun to what type of builds you can make. If like I just said, if something's catered to a certain height, certain sheen, game go one way and everybody else follow. See?
Limited to builds that were 610 and above. Builds that are below that will now have access to that because of the flexibility with the builder. So now there will be no restrictions. Not necessarily no restrictions, but it will have a little bit more or a lot more flexibility coming towards these animations, which will of course give us way more ability. It does remind me more of NBA 2K20, by the way, which we're gonna dive into. So now let's dive into gameplay impact if these changes actually go live, right? So if everything pans out to the rumors that's been going through the 2K community, let's break this down. Tall guards could actually dominate again, which is what I prefer. You all know me. I love tall guards. I am not necessarily one of the people that enjoy running around with a 6'1" or 5'7" and just left, right all day. So let's say if you're a 6'8" player can dribble and shoot like a 6'3" guard, you're gonna see more versatility across the board. Whether it's park, rec, pro-am, whatever game mode you play, you will see more builds and more versatility.
That's what I said. You feel me? Like 2K20. Yeah, let's go with the example of 2K20, man. Two-way slash and play. You had two-way slash and plays. You had two-way slashers. You had finishers. You had two-way playmakers, two-way sharpshooters. You had pass first point guard. You had mid-range slasher, mid-range playmaker. I think you had a mid-range. I'm gonna say mid-range shot creator. I've been some dumb ass shit. I had my slasher build. All these builds had different types of stats, so they build it a different way. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully with the badges, they don't do this, the shit that we had for 2 years again, where if you got a high midi, you still get the badges for the 3 ball and all that shit. Like I said, hopefully we got more badges. But yeah, the creativity with builds, hopefully the gameplay adds on to that shit, so I can feel like I'm capable of running this type of build or this type of build. We always gonna have meta. You always gotta think about that for the niggas thinking about meta. Meta always gonna be in the game, but if the gameplay allows freedom in the field, really don't even gotta worry about it.
Across the board. The next thing we gotta look at how they're gonna balance it out, especially with short guards, because you don't want to eliminate short guards. This is what I've been hearing so far as well. Short guards might actually get more badge boosts to balance things out. But if 2K doesn't get those sliders right, we're gonna have day one demigods again. So balancing might be a huge issue. This also changes the meta completely. Big builds won't be limited to just spot up roles anymore. You could create hybrid guards that can shoot, dribble, slash, and clamp, which is the builds I prefer. Versatility will be king once again. Just like the golden age of 2K builds. If you ask me, NBA 2K20 had so much versatility. I used to go out there with a 6'9" and run point guard in stage. Those were the days. Plus, this will actually make my career pro-am and park way more fun because you see.
One thing they gotta do is take out that spider graph. That shit is giving away niggas builds. Stop doing it. I don't want to see that. Let's go back to the old intros. You can put the points per game thing. And if y'all want to go with the 19 raw with the showing niggas win percentages, not win percentages, win games and losses. Y'all can do that. But take the spider graph out. Hear me? Take the spider graph out, please. It's giving away niggas builds. I want to see that nigga name. Oh, he's slashing. Let's go slash and shot career. All right, so I know he can do some little shit. He can boom time. He can still gonna be able to dribble a little bit. Defense is gonna be a little lower end, but if he's real good, he's gonna be able to play defense. You feel me? All right, come on now, take this shit out.
Real creativity, not just 6'1" PG zigzagging all day and 6'9" playing locks and breaking jumpers because the jumpers are slower than these short builds. And it would just add way more versatility across the platform, in my opinion. So let's rewind for a second and look at how the builder has evolved over the past few years. And I know y'all want me to start at 16 or 15, but I'm starting at peak 2K. In my opinion, is NBA 2K20. I know some of y'all gonna say, no, 15 and 16 and 17, those were the best. But when it comes to metrics, y'all, and in
When it
terms
comes to
of the
building them
community
systems,
having
this is
the
basic.
most fun across the board, man, I know the pandemic had a role to play, but NBA 2K20 and the flexibility it had with builds right there, to me, was peak 2K. So we're going to start from that. And in NBA 2K20, there wasn't necessarily demigods, but the attributes and your abilities gave you so much flexibility that I was actually able to go out there with a 6'9", 6'7" to 6'9", not necessarily a point guard build, but I was able to run point guard in the stage with that build. I'm talking about playing against comp and still be very good and effective and just cooking up folks back then, right? But then you fast forward to NBA 2K21.
An irresistible scent combo.
2K21, y'all seen that motherfucking playmaker sharpshooters with the motherfucking glass cleaning finishes and the motherfucking perimeter lockdowns. That's all you seen. I hate that game. That game ass.
The restrictions came and the limitations came all the way through NBA 2K23. It was really bad in 22 where the small guards ran everything again and it was just a left-right tease all day. 2K pretty much clamped down and tightened animation locks based on height, and it was just ridiculous. In 24, I saw a small improvement, so 6'6" was actually viable again, but still a lot of restrictions. And then 25 came and they locked it all the way down. And I believe they did that because they were trying to create more space on the floor. Because one of the things they also did was make the court ratio much bigger compared to the smaller builds that was on the floor. So I think one of the top priorities was to create more space, because a lot of people in the 2K community hate the zone defense. Let's call it what it is. But of course that affected other things in different ways. But still, taller builds was very challenging to play with, especially in NBA 2K25. Now in 2K26, it looks like they're actually giving us that freedom back and potentially rebuilding the badge and attribute system from the ground up. If the leaks are actually real, it might mean a complete attribute threshold rework, which is needed, of course, new badge unlock system based on gameplay again, and maybe a more balanced meta across heights and playstyle, which is very important. Balance is key if they're trying to implement a new system with the flexibility that we're hearing throughout these leaks. But let's keep it real, y'all. There's always two sides to this coin, right? There'll always be some pros and some cons. So some pros are we'll actually get the builds we finally want to create. Taller builds will actually be viable again without sacrificing animation, and the game will feel less repetitive, more fun, and more balanced. That's if they get it right. But if they do not, here are some of the cons. If not balanced correctly, we'll actually be back to OP builds running wild and running crazy all over the park rec program. The next con is this.
And then this, I ain't gonna lie, this will separate good players and bad players. It'll have to. You gotta see how that gameplay is, though. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see how that gameplay is. Get it soon. So if the gameplay good, you're gonna see that diversity. Promise.
Could also lead to a pay-to-win build early on, especially with VC prices, how crazy they are in 2K games. And this might legitimately
ain't worried about that because I'm gonna be paying too.
kill off shorter builds or guard builds if everyone runs 6'9" ISO guard, which a lot of people in the 2K community might do. So they will have to find a way to balance all these things off to make it make sense.
Easy way. Shorter players, 6'4", 6. I want to say the last thing that can get 90 is 6'6", 6'7". I'm gonna say 6'7". Let 6'7" be the last ones to get 90 speed. The shorter you are, the faster you are, and then it'll have a caveat to where the big players can't keep up with you, but you also can't keep up with the big players. I think who said this? I think it either was Brother Jones, Uncle Damie, OG Almighty, or it might have been Brute too. I don't know, but he said it's like because he's too fast and I can't keep up with him, so I'm gonna have to play a little bit ahead. If I can play as a tall guard myself, if I can play the lockdown defense, like I can really strap up on the lug nigga, you feel me? That skill. But in usual, a player, if a player is tall and they go against like a 6'4", the speed difference is there. So you gotta have some type of speed difference.
Sense, right? So it all sounds good, especially for somebody who like tall guards like me. But I don't want the tall guards to be overpowering that everybody with no skill or no IQ could come and just dominate because they select that tall guard. We need balance with these builds. Although I like tall guards, I still don't want them overpowered. I just want them with some good enough moves so they could compete with the shorter guards at the end of the day, but not have them too overpowering that it would eliminate any use or any need to have shorter guards. So I just want to put this out there. So you know, boy, keep his ear to the streets and to the ground, man. I've been on X, of course, what we forming on us, Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube comments, and the community has been loud about these leaks. Some are actually pretty hyped, saying, finally, let us make creative builds again. Others are a little cautious, saying, yo, 2K better not fumble this like NBA 2K23 or NBA 2K25 builder. And so I want to hear y'all.
The 2K23 builder was lit. Nigga, them 6'9s was demons, boy. You know what that means? Them 6'9s was demons. That mean the 6'10s was demons. The 7-footers, the 6'11, the 6'8s, the 6'7s, the 6'5, the 6'6s. They was all demons. All demons. Even the short, I think the 6'1 on what you call it? The 6'1 on 23 was Gucci, bro. That shit was good, especially if you knew what you was doing. With 23, every height worked. Y'all probably heard me say this shit before. If tall guards are middle, that means every height work. And it's more funner. You heard more creative builds, all type of shit. But the two, like I said, the two things they gotta do is the animation restrictions. Tone that shit down a little bit. No, especially no height ones. For jump shots, let them shits go free. Let them shits fly. Let everyone fly without no grade attached to them. No, you gotta have this. You gotta have this mid range. This 3. Take that shit off. Then you gotta be this height. No, take that up. Ball handle. Have a ball handle restriction. You know what I'm saying?
Opinion. Are you excited about the no height restriction, or is it just gonna break the game again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. You already know, and I might actually start featuring some of your comments in the next video, so y'all could look out for that as well, man. But overall, man, there it is. NBA 2K26 builder system might actually be the biggest change we've seen in years. If these leaks are actually legit, expect some crazy meta. You know, there's always gonna be meta day one. Don't necessarily follow the meta if you really want to learn about the game. That's my advice to y'all, because in my opinion, meta actually restricts your creativity throughout the year. But that's neither here nor there. That's a different conversation for a different time. But you'll see a ton of build videos as well. And hopefully we'll have a better and more balanced system when it comes to the builder for NBA 2K26. So that's all I got for y'all today.
Yeah, bro. But I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Starlight Chairman, yee.